It's hockey night in Bloomington, and Jaguar girls hockey is on the air. Welcome to the state of hockey, and welcome to the Tria Rink in downtown St. Paul, Minnesota, where tonight the Jefferson Jaguars will face the Minneapolis high school team. They don't have a nickname, but it'll be a Metro West Conference matchup. Not at Parade Ice Arena, which is where Minneapolis typically plays, but we're here in downtown St. Paul, about 3 blocks away from where the Minnesota Wild play, and this happens to be the practice rink of the Minnesota Wild. With cameraman Johnny Rash, broadcast partner Jason Kuhn, I'm Kirk Krenz. And Jason, typically at this time I put you on the spot and ask you what we need to do to win the game tonight. We're not going to do that this time. Instead, I've got a trivia question for you. Okay, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to list a bunch of facts and listen, and I'm going to ask you questions. So you'll tell me which team I'm talking about of these two teams here tonight, okay? So this team has won 4 games on the year. They've beaten Armstrong Cooper, they've beaten Waconia, and they've beaten New Prague. They've got a 2-2 conference record in Metro West. And among their losses are losses to Chaska-Chanhassen and to Prior Lake. So, Jason, which team of these two I'm talking tonight am I talking about?
Well, that's difficult, Kurt, because both of them have 4 wins on the season. So you did put me on the spot, but I'm going to go with Bloomington.
Well, see, it was a trick question because it's both of them. All of those facts apply to both of these teams tonight, which is kind of my point in going through all that is I'd be shocked if this isn't just a super competitive matchup tonight. I think these teams are really equally matched looking at their common opponents, and we should have a good one here from St. Paul tonight.
Yeah, interesting playing Minneapolis in St. Paul, but I'm looking forward to that. We'll get that. We had a nice view earlier with the sun still up in the glass wall over here.
Yeah, this is a beautiful rink.
We're going to have a good matchup. Like you said, similar records, similar wins and losses, and similar teams. I think we're going to see a really good matchup.
I'm going to take a minute here to plug on a very important event coming up in just under 2 weeks. On January 2nd, which is 2 Thursday nights from now, it's a very important night for the Jefferson Jaguars. We're going to have a Thursday night game at the Bloomington Ice Garden against Eastview, but there's 2 things going on that night. Number one, it's going to be alumni recognition night. So we want all the Jefferson hockey girls varsity and junior varsity alumni to come back for that game. But even more importantly, it's going to be Mike Ryan Memorial Dedication Night. We've created a tribute for Mike Ryan, and just prior to puck drop of varsity, we're going to have a short ceremony on the ice to dedicate a tribute to Mike Ryan that will hang at the Bloomington Ice Garden after the Bloomington Ice Garden is renovated here this summer, and that'll be up next fall. But it's going to be unveiled that night on the ice, and we got some special things planned for that night. So I want everybody to be aware of that. Please spread the word. Again, it's January 2nd, which is 2 Thursdays from now. The ceremony will get started just prior to puck drop at 7. So try to show up at least by 6:45, 6:40, because we're hoping for a big crowd that night. But that's going to be a special night, Jason.
I'm very excited about that, Kurt. I know you guys have spent a lot of time preparing for that evening, and it's going to be a very special dedication, and I expect a lot of good attendance there and a lot of emotion.
Yeah, for those who don't know, Mike Ryan, Bloomington native, grew up, played for the Jaguars, won a state championship in the early 90s, and then was a hockey coach in Bloomington for 23 years. He started on the boys' side for Jefferson, coaching Pee-wees and at other levels too. About 10 years ago, came over to the girls' side and coached the 10A team, and eventually became the varsity head coach for the Jefferson Jaguars. We lost him almost 4 years ago, but really excited to be able to have this Mike Ryan tribute night here coming up in about 2 weeks.
And like you, Kurt, I had the honor of coaching with them at the traveling hockey level, the youth hockey level, and we just great interaction with the girls all the time, and great coach, great asset to have.
Absolutely, yeah. He was a good friend to many, and he made a real positive impact on a lot of hockey players' lives in Bloomington. Looks like we're not going to have a national anthem here tonight. Your Jaguars will skate left to right
schedule
in this first period, dressed in their road baby blues, the best uniforms in high school hockey. Driven in by Krenz here now. Minneapolis in their home whites will pick up. Allegra Kuhn on the half wall, trying to hold that puck in. Flanders pinching in. Minneapolis just gets that puck out to neutral zone, but breaking in now is, taking off the play there was, who was that? Is that Avery? We're going to have a hooking penalty coming up on Minneapolis.
We saw in the JV game, these referees are calling things tonight.
Yes.
It will not be a chippy game without getting penalties.
Yeah, there were a lot of penalties called in the JV game, and I recognized both of or two of the three from that JV game. So we get the second power play unit on here for the Jaguars. Abel in line with Knutson and Flanders on the back end here. Flanders will carry into the zone, but loses it, and Minneapolis able to clear it the length of the ice. In net for the Jaguars, senior goaltender Chloe Golden. Knutson will backhand it up, but driven back in by Minneapolis, and Jaguars will try to set up here. Flanders come away with it now. She'll skate it ahead. Pass over to Oslin. Oslin, shot ramps up off a stick into the protective netting, and with a minute 21 remaining in the power play, Jaguars will go back to that first unit and get an offensive zone face-off here.
Interesting to have a penalty in the first minute of the game. I don't think either team had a real good feel of the ice and everything, so setting up for a power play, we've been a little slow. We spent a little time down in our zone.
Jones wins the face-off. It gets back to Krenz at the point. Krenz off the Jones stick. It'll go below the end boards. Kylie picks up, back to Kara at the top. Kara over to Kylie in the circle. All the way over to Allegra. Good puck movement here by the Jaguars. Allegra, tipped over the net there. We got Belmont on this line, on this power play. Belmont out to Kuhn at the point. Kuhn will go D to Krenz. Krenz, cross ice to Belmont, hit her in the skates. Charlotte, shot over the net, airmailed that one. Minneapolis trying to clear this out, pinched off by a couple Jaguars. Jones centering pass, looking for Belmont. That misses. Minneapolis will skate it out. They'll clear it low and forecheck. Krenz will go back and pick that up. Just 30 seconds left in the power play here. Carroll will gain the zone. Set up. Hold the puck nicely over to Jones. Jones back to Krenz. Krenz right to Elmquist. Down the slot. Shot. Good save by the Minneapolis goalie. And they're able to clear the puck. Golden will set this one up for Krenz. She's got a little forechecking pressure on her, though. She will reverse. Go indirect back to Olivia Knutson on now. Minneapolis at full strength there, near turnover at the blue line. Minneapolis completes it, and they carry low. Knutson will offer some resistance. Knutson has it, clears it ahead for Elmquist. Puck squirts out. Cleared onto the bench by Minneapolis, and we'll get a neutral zone faceoff. Well, pretty good puck movement there on the power play, Jason, but not many shots.
No. Minneapolis has their leading goal scorer out there right now, taking the faceoff, number 14.
Third line on here for the first time for the Jaguars. Melnichuk, faceoff. Knutson has it in the D zone. She'll skate it through neutral, gain the line. Throws a shot to the middle. Save. Kicked out by the Minneapolis goalie. Got to get back now. Melnichuk with the steal. Shot coming in. Hot and held. Jaguars with an early 4-0 shot advantage, Jason. And controlling puck possession even when we aren't on the power plays. To this point, anyway.
Yeah. It's a good sign coming off a Tuesday where we controlled the shots on goal as well. So looking to continue that.
Jaguars riding a 2 out of 3 game winning streak here, trying to make it 3 of 4. Oslin back to Ablin. Ablin shot blocker save. Backhanded just wide by Belmont. She's got it. Hauled down by the Minneapolis player. Charlotte Gets back up. Minneapolis emerges. Turns it over, though. Right in the middle is Oslin. Krenz winding up for the one-timer. Chipped out to neutral. Oslin will carry in, but Belmont had not yet cleared the zone and will get an offside call.
Good energy so far out of the Jaguars. They're hustling to the net, getting those rebounds.
Kylie Jones line on here with Avery Kapsner and Allegra Kuhn up front. This is the way we started the game, except it was Krenz and Flanders up front, on defense for the Jags to start. Now Spencer getting a shift here at D on the left side with Krenz. Near turnover, but there it is. Allegra picks it up. Centering pass right out in front. What a save by the Minneapolis goalie on Kylie Jones in the spot. Good look there by Allegra Kuhn, Jason.
Nice one-timer.
Spencer holds at the blue line, throws it low off Kapsner's stick. Minneapolis behind their cage. All the play in the Minneapolis zone here to this point. Kapsner in a battle behind the net. Jones works it up to Krenz at the point. Krenz, wrist shot, goes wide. Spencer will hold that in at the left point. Chips it to the middle, but picked up by Minneapolis now. They'll throw it out. Jags got to get back. Spencer will win that race. She'll go behind Golden. Turns it over, though, in the near circle. And as a result, Kylie Jones takes a very weak penalty, I thought. But as you mentioned, Jay, these refs don't let anything go.
They're calling everything. Did you say Spence or Jones?
Oh, Spencer, okay.
Spence in the box. For tripping?
Okay.
Yeah. We only have 5 D tonight, so you won't see D partners. They're going to be rotating off the bench. And now we're down to 4 here.
That's a good point. Kalina Walsh not playing tonight. So Minneapolis on the power play here. Face-off win. They control it. Penalty killers, Olivia Knutson, Vea Flanders, Jones, and Kuhn out for the Jaguars. Knutson clearing attempt held in by Minneapolis at the point. They go to the half wall, out to the right point now. Shot coming in, tipped out in front. Golden with the save. Second rebound sent wide. Minneapolis maintaining control in their zone on the half wall now. Move to the middle. Knutson bats that one down the ice, and the Jaguars will change out 3 of their 4 killers.
That was only one shot for Minneapolis, but that was definitely a dangerous shot. They got a lot of heat on that one.
It was deflected in right on Golden. She made the save, and then a rebound follow-up was sent just wide. Now carried in by the Minneapolis team. I'm looking for the nickname, but it doesn't exist, so we just got to call them Minneapolis. Just a minute to go in this kill for the Jaguars. Belmont on up front with Elmquist. Jaguars fired over the net there by Minneapolis. Krenz will reach that puck first and send it the length of the ice. 40 seconds to go here in the kill. Minneapolis goalie out to play that with Belmont forechecking hard there. Krenz will pick up. She'll send one in off of Belmont's skates, deflected to the corner. Minneapolis started off their power play well, but the last 40 seconds they've been struggling to set up. Now they'll gain the zone that is. Come down the left side, drop pass, fired wide. It's going to be held in over there at the point by Minneapolis. Good work by Belmont, able to, well, we'll see if it's out. I guess they say they held it in because Minneapolis maintaining control. Just 5 seconds left. Good work by Kendall Elmquist. Steals that puck away. Penalties expire. Jaguars full strength. Spencer was going to the bench. Elmquist, no icing because the goalie plays it. Avery Kapsner behind. Centering pass. Oh, Kuhn was there, but intercepted by a Minneapolis player. Puck batting around through the high slot. Emerging comes Minneapolis now. They'll come down. Avery Kapsner playing defense. Gets it over to Kuhn. Kuhn blindly chips it, though, held in by Minneapolis. Knutson will pick that up, send it ahead for Allegra, who gains no, she does not gain the red line. That's going to be an icing.
Close one.
9:49 to go here in a scoreless first period from downtown St. Paul. This is a home game for Minneapolis, but for whatever reason, they moved this game from Parade Ice Arena to downtown St. Paul. The Wild will be playing just I'm guessing an hour and a half from now, about 3 blocks from here. So we'll see if we get some carryover crowd, Jason.
Yeah, looking for something pregame to do. I like that. What if we can all wander down there and get some rush tickets? After the opening of the first period there at the ball game.
Melnichuk centering, looking for Herman. Intercepted by Minneapolis. They'll go behind their net. Melnichuk will forecheck. Knutson on the pinch, holds it in. But now, coming out are the Minneapolis player. Knutson recovers. She goes D to D. Going to get another
checking on Lola, I think.
Checking penalty here. Looks like Lola Herman. And Jaguars, just after they finish killing off a power play, will have to do it again.
Obviously, we're playing high school level here, so Minneapolis doesn't have a nickname. Do you remember at the youth level, did they have a nickname?
Yeah, they went by the Minneapolis Storm.
Storm,
at youth level.
Yeah.
But I know, because I've asked somebody who would know, do they go by Storm at high school? And the answer was no, they do not. So Minneapolis off the face-off, controlling in the zone. Shot coming in, deflected wide by Golden. Out to the point here, picked up by Minneapolis. In the left wing circle, out to the point. Shot coming in, Golden sees that one all the way. Easy save, she'll catch and hold. And with 1:36 to go here, Minneapolis with a better looking power play so far, this time anyway.
Still holding to only 2 shots, and that first shot came in the first power play.
Minneapolis wins the faceoff, left point, go to the half wall. Jaguars moving out of the way. The shot comes in, Golden kicks it to the corner. Flanders deflects it with her skate, puck behind the net now. Carried out, go out to the high point, cycle it low, coming in, moving. Good save by Chloe Golden, deflects it to the corner. Kapsner trying to punch that out. Held in at the line though by Minneapolis. Krenz will intercept. Her clearing attempt hits the Minneapolis player. Flanders will get there. She'll be able to send it the length of the ice, and she does. 8 minutes to go in the first period, still scoreless. 50 seconds on this remaining on the Lola Herman penalty. Jaguars killing. Minneapolis breaks it out. Ahead they come now. Flanders stepping up, chips that ahead. Gets it to Avery. She's got Kuhn if she sees her. Jaguars got to get back now, though. Minneapolis will carry in. Down the left side. Shot coming in over the net. 30 seconds remaining. Centering pass right in front. Goes through. Kapsner will get there and drive it the length of the ice, and Jaguars will get it some changes on the back end. Minneapolis stretch pass misses, though, and that should go for icing. Knutson and Kapsner on defense now. Off the faceoff. One-timer by Kuhn. Good glove save there by the Minneapolis goalie. She didn't catch it, but she deflected it over the net. That was Jefferson's best scoring opportunity of the night. Herman out of the box. Jaguars full strength. Jones will throw it low. Herman will go to the bench, and on comes Ava Oslin for the Jaguars. Nearly a steal there in the neutral zone. Knutson over to Kapsner. Jones will throw it deep and go for a change. Second line on now for the Jaguars. Kapsner pinching in. She's got Oslin and Abelin with her. Minneapolis carrying down the Knutson side. Carry it wide. Steal there by Avery Kapsner. She's got Oslin with her. A pass up ahead for Oslin. Oslin down the left side. One-timer. She shoots and she scores! The Jaguars strike first. It's Ava Oslin off the rush from Avery Kapsner with 6:27 to go. It's 1-0 Jefferson.
What a beautiful coast-to-coast skate by Ava Oslin, and landed that right in the back of the net.
A slapper off the rush. Like to see that from Ava Oslin. Gets the Jaguars on the board first. Just after they killed off a couple penalties. Good response, Jason.
Sometimes you need that energy to wake you up and get you going. Jaguars
were late arriving to this game tonight. didn't get here till barely were ready to go by the time the teams are on for warm-ups. So at least we got the first goal, and that'll make them feel a little bit better. Now, absolutely. Minneapolis breaking out. Spencer steps up with a poke check. She'll push it into the Minneapolis zone. Elmquist just on, has that puck ramp off her stick, but she picks it up, gets it over to Abelin. Abelin will get the red line and throw it deep, go for a change. Elmquist forward checking there. Herman on after her sojourn to the penalty box. Out to the point now. Spencer with some room, over to Flanders. Flanders throw it in front, kick to the corner by the goalie. Minneapolis will pick up, try to get it out, but held in there by Melnichuk. Throws it into a pile of bodies right in front of the Minneapolis bench. Cleared off the
board. Dived on that puck there.
Well, we were talking last game about how much Lola was down on the ice, and I don't know. I guess she's got it working for her. So
yeah.
Get an icing call here on Minneapolis. We'll get a offensive zone faceoff. Shots are 8-3 for Jefferson. Melnichuk. Elmquist gets a very weak shot out. She was kind of tied up there by the Minneapolis defenseman. Goalie covers up, and we'll do it again. Melnichuk wins that one, but Minneapolis held in by Krenz at the left point. She'll throw it behind the net. Forward checking there is Kendall. Minneapolis player gets it to one of her teammates. They break out now in front of the benches. Stolen by Krenz. Tries to go cross ice to Herman. Driven in by Minneapolis, and now Minneapolis will carry behind the net. Centering pass out to the point. Shot blocked there. Puck's loose. Chipped out by Jones. It's not going to go far enough for icing, but Kuhn racing in and draws a hooking penalty. Allegra Kuhn, good hustle. Jaguars will want to get Golden off the ice for the man advantage. Puck there in the crease. Covered up by the Minneapolis goalie. Avery Kapsner with a decent scoring chance there, but the Jaguars will go to the power play now.
We kind of got that first line right on there. They were assembling in the zone, and Allegra kind of drew that penalty, so we're in a good position here.
So, power play unit of, this is what a lot of NHL teams do. They'll go 4 forwards and 1 defenseman. We've got Krenz on defense. We've got the Jones line plus Belmont on the back end for the up front for Jefferson. Krenz over to Kuhn. Kuhn cross ice, looking for the one-timer from Jones. Real good side-to-side movement with this power play. We saw that last game too. Jones has this taken away from her now though, and cleared by Minneapolis. They'll go the length of the ice. Golden will set that up. Like how she takes a look, sees who's coming at her, what she can do with it. Krenz passes a little behind Belmont. Picked up by Minneapolis. Carried in now. Jaguars run into each other. Minneapolis all alone. Big save by Golden there. Jaguars had 2 players run into each other. Led to a breakaway. Now Avery will carry out. She'll carry into the zone. Pull up in the corner. Avery to Belmont at the point. Belmont back to Avery. Avery loses the puck though. And Minneapolis will throw it all the way down the ice. Back for it is Allegra. She'll pick up. Her pass, though, hits a stick. Stolen by Minneapolis. They carry in. Just 45 seconds to go in the power play. Kira Abelin on now. She'll pick up and carry out. Softly off the boards, looking for Oslin. But still in the neutral zone is Jefferson. Oslin, the goal scorer. Abelin had gone in offside. Oslin made a move there at the line and resulted in an offside call. So, not our smoothest power play to this point, Jason. Still got 28 seconds though.
I don't know if you caught number 36, Allegra Kuhn. She kind of left the ice slow. I didn't see her go down or anything, but I hope she's all right and we'll be back.
Yeah, I think she looked a little tired to me, but cleared down by Minneapolis now. Yeah. That'll go on net to Golden. She'll set it up, get it to Flanders now. Flanders and Knutson. This unit with 2 D's, but Flanders pass misses for Knutson. Cleared in by Belmont. Oslin and Abelin on up front with her. Sent around by Minneapolis. Flanders will hold that in at the point. Over to Belmont. Belmont shots tipped out in front by Abelin. Good save. Minneapolis at full strength. Jaguars maintaining possession. Flanders throws it on net. Tip to the corner. Oslin's there. 2 minutes to go in this period. Jaguars up 1-0. Oslin's trickled in. Good scoring chance there by Abelin. Backhand shot handled by the goalie. Minneapolis will chip this out. Picked up by Knutson in her zone. Minneapolis steals it though. 2-on-1 now. Minneapolis coming in all alone. Golden standing up tall. Makes that save with her chest. In the corner. Flanders will push it behind the net. Picked up by Melnichuk here. She doesn't have a winger up this side though, so Minneapolis throws it back in. Back on it is Flanders. Picked up by Melnichuk. Cleared just out of the zone by the Jaguars. Better energy here by Minneapolis. Jaguars will throw it low. No icing. The refs say tipped. But yeah, if we've learned anything this first period, Jason, it's anything close is going to be called a penalty, right?
Yeah, definitely something to talk about in the locker room. Let's not torpedo ourselves with penalties in the second and third period.
Spencer will throw that just out to the neutral zone. Minneapolis collects it and they'll send it in. Emily's back on it. 1 minute to go here in the period. Spencer rings it this way, looking for Herman. Herman just able to get that out to neutral. Minneapolis quickly regrouping though, and in they come. Shot attempt hits Spencer. Puck is in the far corner. Melnichuk racing there. Got Alex Kapsner with her. Kapsner fishes the puck out. Overskates a little bit. Turnover though, right in front. Shot over the net by the Minneapolis player. Good work there by Spencer to provide a little bit of pressure, but we've had a few turnovers, Jason. We got to clean that up. Shot deflected to the corner by Melnichuk. Minneapolis centering pass. Right out in front. Tip just wide. Jaguars scrambling here. Elmquist has a chance to get it out, but unable to. Puck comes into Golden. She says, I've seen enough. I'm going to cover this up and get a face-off. Allow us to change. What'd you think of how this period's gone on, Jason, as from where we started?
Well, I definitely award, the period to the Jefferson Jaguars. We did good, but I don't know if we're connecting on our passes quite as crisply as we should be.
Just 2 seconds here, and the Jones ties up the face-off, but Minneapolis unable to get a shot. Their player went down. That'll do it here for the first period. The Jaguars getting that 1-0 lead on an Ava Oslin rush goal, a slap shot off the rush, something we don't see a lot in girls high school hockey, but Oslin buried it down the left side and staked the Jaguars to that early 1-0 lead, Jay.
Yeah, she'll be going back and watching that on the YouTube video and probably sending it out. She's pretty excited about that. What do we got going on?
Got a little bit of a discussion going on at the bench. Both teams not sure what the...
I don't know.
The Zamboni doors open. Now the players are going to their benches. I guess your guess is as good as mine what that was all about.
I don't know.
Neither team looked particularly happy about it.
No.
So I don't know
what they were calling there. Interesting. So one thing to watch out for is, these refs established early, in fact, in the first minute of the game, that nothing's going to get by them. So.
Yeah, and as long as they're consistent and whatever was a penalty in the first period is the penalty in the second and third, you can deal with that as long as you know what to expect. And so I have no issues with that. Mm-hmm. We just have to adjust our play a little bit and know that we're not going to be able to get away with some of the body stuff, some of the stick work. Yep. Because we've seen, Jason, haven't we, that we don't do well when we're consistently in the penalty box.
Not at all. It brings the team down, it breaks up everything, it breaks up your lines, and it's just not a good place to be.
All right, well, we'll take a break here from St. Paul. We'll let them resurface as they crank up the sound system to level number 11. We'll come back with you in about 12, 13 minutes for period 2. You're listening to Jaguars Hockey. Just about set to go here for the second period from St. Paul. Jaguars with the 1-0 lead after one against Minneapolis. This is a conference opponent for Jefferson. If the score holds, that would bring our record to a winning record for Jefferson. They're sitting at 2-2 right now, having beaten Waconia and New Prague. Teams will switch ends for this, the second period. Chloe Golden will take her spot to our right. Start off 5-on-5 here, Jason. I felt we started off the first period really good. Eventually drew a penalty soon. Looking for a start like that right here, huh?
Yeah. I'm sorry, I just got back. I ran up the stairs. These guys do not mess around here. He was calling for teams back on the ice before the Zamboni left, so I'm getting going here.
Well, hey, better you running up the stairs than me. I'll just leave it at that. Minneapolis off the face-off, sent into the zone by Allegra. Minneapolis chips it up. Flanders will go back for that. But instead, we'll get an icing call here on Minneapolis. Yeah, the ice still looks a little damp to me. Not sure why these refs are so gung-ho on maybe they're going to the Wild game tonight too, Jason.
That could be. We got places to be, I guess, huh?
Yeah. Face-off won by Minneapolis. Carried behind the net. Flanders, Avery Kapsner steps in, takes that puck away, looking for a centering pass for Kylie Jones. Backhanded, held in by Krenz. She'll get it over to Kuhn on the right side. Allegra's shot deflected, goes behind the net. Indirect for Krenz up at the point. Krenz back to Kapsner. Kapsner loses it though, and Minneapolis will skate it out. Try to go wide. Krenz poke checks that puck away. It'll go to the corner. Krenz steals it, gets it to Allegra. Allegra pinched off there though and has a puck sent behind the net. Krenz back there. Misses for Kapsner on the half wall. Sent back in by Minneapolis. Puck will rim around here. 2 Jags, 1 Minneapolis player there. Flanders send it up for Allegra. Allegra try to get this one out. She does. To neutral now. Jaguars looking for a change. Jones will get off, but the other 4 stay out. Driven in by Minneapolis. It'll go behind Golden. Centering pass out in front. Oh, off the stick. Good scoring chance there for Minneapolis, but rocketed high over the net. Jaguars got to get out here. Kapsner pulling away. Avery Kapsner in alone. Tries to go low. Saved by the goalie. Abelin with a follow-up chance.
Definitely a solid shot by Kapsner there.
Impressive stamina to be able, at the end of a shift like that, Jason, and still be able to pull away for a breakaway.
Mm-hmm. Good shot and a good rebound.
Jaguars chip it ahead now. Another 2-on-1. Kapsner's still on. Down the right side. Gets it to Abelin. Tipped out in front. Avery. She'll cycle, but that didn't get the angle she was looking for. Minneapolis will take it, and they'll skate it out. Back on it is Knutson. She's got some time and space. She'll move it up for Abelin, but pass went through her legs. Chipped ahead now by Jefferson. Belmont gets a good shot on. Kick to the corner. Jaguars with some pressure here. Tipped out in front off the Knutson shot, just wide by Belmont. Cleared and held in at the line by Olivia. Backhands it to Oslin. She'll turn and fire, but spun off the puck there by the Minneapolis defenseman. Belmont's got to watch that stick worker. They'll call her, and Minneapolis is going to ice this puck. I don't know, were you as nervous as I was there for a second, Jason?
Yeah, I was like, oh my.
I was looking for that orange armband to go up because they're not going to let anything borderline go. So
that's what we've been seeing. And like you said, that's fair. If they're doing it on both directions, we know what to expect.
Melnichuk line on for Jefferson. Flanders and Spencer on the back end now. Minneapolis with the break, trying to get around Flanders on the outside. She does. All the way in and scores. Minneapolis beating our defenseman around the outside, win it straight in on Golden, slid it through the 5-hole, and Minneapolis ties this up 1-1. 3 minutes into this second period, Jason.
Oh, that just seemed to develop in slow motion, and we were all over it. It was not a breakaway by any means, but she was able to get it in.
So back to level here at 1-1. Good scoring, good burst of speed there by that Minneapolis player. Good shot. Minneapolis now offside at the line here. Shots are 15-10 for Jefferson. Jaguars have the Jones line up front. Spencer and Flanders still on defense for Jefferson. Kylie wins that faceoff. Flanders hits Kuhn down the left side. Kuhn shot off the crossbar. Off the crossbar. Good face-off play there by Jefferson now, but they're behind our D again. In good recovery there by Avery. Pass goes through the neutral zone, picked up by Kuhn. She's tripped up, draws a penalty here. Golden doesn't notice it yet, but Minneapolis is back anyway, and Jaguars will go to the power play.
They're tripping.
Well, scoring chances on both ends of the ice there, Jason.
It's pretty evenly matched at this point. What are we, 4 minutes into the second period?
We're going to get a power play here for Jefferson that has Abelin, Belmont, and Osland up front, Krenz and Knutson on the back end. Minneapolis gets to that face-off first, and they'll throw it the length of the ice. Golden will set that up for Kara. Kara will swing around her net. She'll carry out. Krenz through the neutral zone. Try to gain that zone and then set it up. She does it. Krenz now. Over to Knutson, left point. Shot. A weak one coming in. Minneapolis tries to clear it, and they're able to pick up and send it the length of the ice. Jaguars will have to go all the way down and reset up here. Knutson back on it. She'll pick up. Carry out this side. Throws it up for Osland, but two Minneapolis players there. Minneapolis carries into the zone. Belmont with the stick work, and there's the penalty we knew was going to come. Now the Jaguars got to touch up because Belmont's going to the box. Minneapolis with the extra skater on. Puck loose right in the slot. Finally touched up by Jefferson. That's the end of the power play. And
1 minute of 4-on-4.
You just can't chop at players like that. They're going to call it. We mentioned it 5 minutes ago, thinking it was coming. This time it does.
Yep.
So 4-on-4 for 59 seconds. And then the Minneapolis will have a power play for about a minute. 12:28 to go here. A second period that has seen the Minneapolis team tie it up, and now we'll play 4-on-4. Face-off win there by Kylie Jones. Krenz will skate this ahead. Krenz down the left side. Throw it deep. Back there is Kapsner. Little extra space here, Jason, 4-on-4. See if Jefferson can use that to their advantage.
We've seen Jefferson energized before by a penalty kill, so this might do that for him.
Puck loose in the neutral zone. Picked up by Krenz. She'll go indirect for Jones. Jones will throw it deep. Kapsner wins that puck race. Taken down in the corner. Players sliding all over the place. Nobody quite sees where the puck is. Now picked up by Kylie. Tries to center it for Avery. Goes through the crease. Alex Kapsner at the right point. Weak one towards the net. Stick to the corner by the Minneapolis goalie. 16th shot in the night for the Jaguars. Pinching is Flanders, and ahead comes Minneapolis now. Alex Kapsner denies that rush. Puck drifts in on Golden. She works it to the corner. Clearing attempt right to the middle now. Minneapolis, a little too dangerous, too close for comfort there. Kylie will get that out to neutral zone. Minneapolis is now on the power play for about 40 seconds here. They'll carry in. Got a kill of Alex, Flanders. Oh, right out in front. Golden with the save. Another. A third. A backhand. Jags defense unable to clear that puck. And on the third or fourth shot, right from the crease, Minneapolis capitalizes. They take a 2-1 lead. Got to stay out of the box, Jason.
Just got to stay out of the box, and we just left that puck laying out there too long. Too many opportunities to clear it out. Not sure if we made the transition from 4-on-4 to penalty kill. As I mentioned earlier, that is their leading goal scorer, number 14 for Minneapolis, who put that in the net.
So Jefferson trailing now 2-1. 11 minutes to go here in the second period. Melnichuk line on for the Jaguars. Krenz and Knutson on the back end for Jefferson. Lola's offside, so we'll get a neutral zone face-off. The refs were yelling it, but...
He was plenty loud about it.
It's kind of a deflating goal there after, we had such a good start, and now to find yourself trailing 2-1. Disappointing, but we'll see if the Jags can recover here. Puck out to the neutral zone. Turned over by Melnichuk. Carried in by Minneapolis. But Minneapolis offside at the line there.
All right, we'll take that as a little reset for us.
Well, we said in the pregame show, Jason, this is going to be an even matchup between these two teams. Not a lot of difference in scores against a lot of common opponents and, some other non-common opponents. They seem like a team that's going to be about like us.
Yeah.
So there will be opportunities to get back in this.
Oh, yeah. No, 2-1, we are in good position yet.
Carried in here by Melnichuk, pinched off there by Minneapolis. Puck thrown out to the line. Jaguars picked up by Krenz. She'll chip it ahead, looking for Awesome, but intercepted by Minneapolis. Carried in. Shot. Golden sees that one. She'll catch and hold. Get another defensive zone faceoff. We've had a lot of D-zone faceoffs this period, Jay. Unlike the first period, I would say.
Yeah, first period we dominated shots on goal, but now we have Chloe stopping all these shots coming in.
Face-off win by Jefferson. Knutson has it. She'll go behind the net. Angle it up for Melnichuk. Melnichuk will just throw it out. We'll see if that's going to go for icing.
Austin's going to make it there.
Austin gets there. Saves it in the corner. Moves it to the middle. Out in front. Abelin there, but harassed by the Minneapolis defender. Minneapolis will carry it out now. Chip it ahead. Good back check there by Melnichuk. Knutson will be first to the puck. She'll knock it ahead for Austin. Austin's got it with some room. Gets it ahead for Abelin. Abelin over the red line. Carries in. She'll send it low. Go for a change. Puck up the middle by Minneapolis. Misses everybody. And we're going to get an icing call here on Minneapolis.
I thought he waved it off there. I thought he pointed at the defense and said no, but...
Puck will come down here to our left. Bring out the Jones line. Kuhn and Kapsner up front. We got Spencer and Flanders on the back end. Avery Kapsner right out in front looking for Kuhn. Spencer shot coming in, hits traffic. Kuhn hits the side of the net, picked up by Jones. Back to Spencer. Spencer D to Flanders. Flanders' shot is blocked, but she'll throw it low. Looking for Kapsner. Jones swoops in. Avery's got it behind the net. Out for Emily at the point. Emily's shot hits a stick. Pops over the net. Jaguars battling for it there. Good shift here for Jefferson. Held in by Spencer. D. Nice for Flanders. Flanders weakly towards the front. Held in. Good stick, though, by Vea. But now the D. Now Minneapolis behind. They're trying to beat us to the puck. No icing here. Spencer will get there first. She'll clear it ahead. Got Vea picking up. Vea skates it out into the neutral zone. Up ahead for Avery. Off her stick, though. And Minneapolis knocks it back out to the neutral zone. Spencer, too hard for Kuhn, and it'll go deep. Minneapolis will pick up. We got halfway through this second period, Jay. 2-1 for Minneapolis. Puck is behind the Minneapolis net. Now they'll try to clear it out. Held in there by Elmquist. Kapsner will throw towards the net. Deflected to the corner. Picked up there by Melnichuk. She'll swoop in. Good looking shot there. Blocker save over the net. Kendall Elmquist has got it. Looking for Spencer at the point. Oh, almost had Melnichuk in the slot, but Herman will swoop in and try to throw it in. Good forechecking work here by this group of Jaguars. Golfed out to the point. Flanders holds it in for Melnichuk. Harmon will cycle low. 7.5 to go here. Herman dumped in front of the net. Refs must not have saw that one. Minneapolis, all they can do to send it the length of the ice, and we'll get an icing. Good shift by that group of Jaguars, Jason.
Yeah, that was a good control of the puck there. Picked up a few shots on goal.
You like to see that when your so-called energy line, your third line, can get some puck possession, hold it in the offensive zone, give those top two lines a break. We'll see if that pays some dividends here now. With the Abelin line is out. Unfortunately, Minneapolis wins that faceoff from her, but stolen by Oslin up to Knutson at the point. She'll go cross corner. Abelin picks it up there, back to the point for Alex Kapsner. Works the middle over to Abelin. Abelin looking for Oslin on the back door, but intercepted by Minneapolis. Alex will hold that in and throw it deep. Jaguars continuing to maintain pressure here on this shift. Oslin below the goal line gets knocked down, taken away by Minneapolis, but there's Abelin. Oh, okay, no call, that's good. Carried ahead by Minneapolis, they'll work it to the middle. Olivia picks that up. Olivia's got some room. Clearing attempt gets a stick though, and the puck is right below us in front of the penalty box. Minneapolis picks it up. Try to carry in. Knutson gets it over to Oslin, who's at the end of a shift. She'll chip it ahead a little bit, but Alex will send it deep, and Jaguars will go for a 4 out of 5 change. Jay, you were telling me about one of these Minneapolis skaters who started off in the Bloomington Youth Association.
Yeah, their first goal scorer, Josie Van Morlehan, flag, spent a few years, I think maybe through 10U, with her cousin playing for us. They always lived in Minneapolis, but it was nice to have them and kind of always recognize them when we match up with them. And nice to see her playing now varsity for somewhere.
Jaguars skated ahead now. Kylie Jones will dump it low. She's got Kapsner and Kuhn with her. Under 6 minutes to go here in the second period. Jaguars looking for the equalizer. Broken out now by Minneapolis. They'll come down the Flanders side. Take it wide, throw it on net. Golden with the save, directs it to the corner. Kuhn up to the point, held in by Minneapolis. Krenz tries to bat that to Flanders behind the net. It gets there. Flanders will try to come out. Don't call that. That was not a penalty. That was a dive by Minneapolis. Taken out now by Jefferson off the stick of Kuhn, and we're going to get an icing call on the Jags.
We were looking a little gassed there. I think that was maybe the best thing that could have happened to get us a stretch.
Well, that was encouraging by the refs, because he recognized that was just because there was a stick there and the player went down.
Yep.
Flanders did not trip her. That was not a penalty, and I would have been upset if that one would have been called. But nonetheless, we get a face-off off the icing to Golden's left. Jaguars kind of puck watching, centering pass right out in front, picked up by Melnichuk. Taken away from her, stick lifted. Minneapolis player along the boards, goes out to the point. Shot coming in. Golden sees it, puck's loose out in front. Another shot. That goes wide, picked up by Alex. She'll carry out. Elmquist doesn't see it though, and driven back by Minneapolis. Losing a little bit of our containment sometimes, I feel like, in front of Golden, Jason. The Minneapolis team getting some really good high-danger real estate chances. Herman will chip that in right on net. Minneapolis, breakout pass coming ahead. Drop pass. Elmquist there, bats it ahead, and now here come the Jaguars. Kira Abelin down the left side. Tries to get it to Krenz at the point. Krenz back to Abelin. Nobody home and through the middle of the Jaguars, and Minneapolis able to chip that out. Belmont covering on D. She'll go back for it. Gets it to Abelin through the middle. Turnover, though, at the blue line. Kira picks it back up. Stick lifted, though, and Minneapolis will throw it in. Krenz is back on it now. Krenz, a little pass there to Abelin down the left side. Abelin fans on the shot. Minneapolis with it. We got 3.5 minutes to go here. Minneapolis owning this period so far. They're up 2-1. Pass misses, and we're going to have icing on Minneapolis. What do the Jags need to do here, Jay, to turn this momentum back in our direction?
We got to make our passes. We got to connect with our players. I think Minneapolis is doing a good job of intercepting that and interrupting our plays.
Kylie Jones line on to take this faceoff. Got Spencer and Flanders on the back end. Kuhn's shot off the draw, hits a player and ramps over the net. Spencer in the neutral zone. Pass too far for Jones. Minneapolis comes out with it, but Spencer drives it in below the goal line. Minneapolis will go back. Got just about 3 minutes to go here in the second. Avery on the far boards, battling 2-3 Minneapolis players, as it were. Puck out to neutral zone. Minneapolis will carry ahead. Got a collision in the neutral zone. Somebody's going. I don't know who.
It's going to be 24 Minneapolis. I don't know. Face mask, is that a call in hockey? Because she brought Kuhn down by her face cage.
Allegra draws that penalty. All right, good scoring opportunity here for the Jags. 2:53 to go in the second period. Belmont, Abelin, and Oslin up front. Flanders and Knutson on the back end for Jefferson. Flanders over to Belmont. Belmont shot wide. That'll ring up to the point. Knutson's there. She goes on the half wall to Oslin. Oslin to the middle. Over to Belmont. One-timer. It was a little out in front of her. There was room to shoot there. Back to the point for Knutson. Good puck movement here. Shot coming in from the half wall, though. Seen all the way by the goalie. Belmont up to Flanders. Flanders to the middle. Nobody in front, though. Intercepted easily by Minneapolis and cleared the length of the ice. Good puck movement there, but in the end, nothing to show for it.
No, and you asked what we got to do, and this is the 2-minute time period to do whatever it is.
Flanders turnover here in the zone now. Abelin back to help her out. Abelin will pick up, go behind Golden. Coming out for Jefferson is Knutson, but picked off by Minneapolis. They'll carry it in here. Throw it towards the net. Flanders got it now. Try to get set up with 2 minutes to go here. A minute in the power play. Flanders up through the middle, but taken away from her, and Minneapolis comes out. Vea gets it, throws it in. Minneapolis comes ahead now. Another steal into the offensive zone. Knutson will go back for it. Jaguars got to get some changes here before this power plays out. Knutson will skate it up. Drop pass there for Oslin. Shot, glove to the corner by the goalie. 20 seconds in the power play. Belmont will cycle low. Kuhn on up front. Cleared by Jefferson. Krenz gets a stick on it, and she'll go back. Just 10 seconds to go in this power play. Kara through a couple Minneapolis players. Has her shot deflected. It'll go to the corner. Krenz is back on it. Picks up the puck. Indirect up front for Kuhn. Puck was a little bit out in front of her, though, and good recovery there by Allegra. Puck on the blue line. 40 seconds to go in the period here. Krenz will carry in. Centering pass for Jones. It's on her backhand. Oh, cleared out to Kuhn, who was covering at the point, but it was out of the zone, and now just 30 seconds to go here. Dangerous here now. Golden all the way out to play that puck. Nicely gets it out of the zone. Could have been trouble there. Jaguars hanging on here in the last 15 seconds. Golden up for Kuhn. That one batted back by Minneapolis. They'll throw it to the side of the net. The period's going to expire here with Jefferson now trailing, Jason.
Trailing by 1, which certainly doesn't count us out by any means. You know, if the first period was ours, second period went to Minneapolis, then I guess it's back to Jefferson in the third period.
Yeah, Minneapolis definitely took advantage of some breaks in that period. Their first goal came on a rush where it looked like a 2-on-2, nothing to worry about, but then they just turned on the jets, got around the outside, and by the end of it, by the time they got to the dot, they were in alone on Golden, slid one through her for the first goal of the game. And the second goal was a penalty, a power play goal where they were just whacking at it in the crease, and we couldn't get them cleared out.
Yeah, it seemed like we were on the defense a lot, and Minneapolis had a lot more energy coming forward in that period. Hopefully we'll be ready to come back in the third period with a lot of energy. We got a goal to catch up there.
I wonder if some of the confusion on when teams exit the ice is maybe if they're the way this rink works is we're on like the fourth floor of this building in downtown St. Paul. Some of the locker rooms are actually 1 or 2 floors below, where you have to take an elevator, and maybe if there's only one elevator, they don't want the teams together on the elevator, so maybe they make them split up that way. Just guessing, I don't know. But
hey, your guess is as good as mine. Like you're saying, they're kind of delayed getting out the ice again here at the end of the second period, so I'm not sure the etiquette of the program there.
All right, well, we're through 2 periods here in St. Paul. Jefferson trailing 2-1 to Minneapolis. We will take a break. Let them resurface. We'll come back for the third period. You're listening to Jaguars Hockey. Just about set to go live here for the third period. Jefferson looking for the equalizer, down 2-1 to Minneapolis. Teams change ends. Kylie Jones on the draw. Jefferson off the faceoff, carries in. Thought that might have been offside, but called good at the line. Whistled over the net there by Kuhn on the fresh ice. Puck sticks on Krenz. Carried in by Minneapolis. Krenz poke checks that. Picks it up now. Puck sticks again. Jason, we're playing on bad ice here.
I said they were rushing this. I mean, that Zamboni wasn't even off the ice, and they're calling for players to get back on the ice.
Minneapolis through the middle. Puck drifts in on Golden. Covered up. That's 2 times. When you get wet ice, you try to carry the puck through it. The extra friction of that wetness on the ice will just stop that puck dead in its tracks. Player overskates it. Almost led to a couple turnovers there. Luckily, nothing materialized, and we'll get a face-off to Golden's right.
Unpredictable behavior of the puck.
Alex will get that up to Abelin. Abelin will skate it out. Got Oslin up ahead. She'll carry in over the line. Oslin trying to get it to her forehand. Puck will go behind the net. Jaguars down 1 here. First minute of the third period. Good energy so far here. Forechecking there, causing the turnovers. Oslin centering pass, looking for Belmont in the slot. Taken away by Minneapolis. They'll work it out to center. Drive it down below the goal line. Back on it is Minneapolis. Centering right through the crease. Knutson will push that to the corner, but Minneapolis there first. Minneapolis player loses her glove. She'll pick it up. Alex caps her with a little bit of room. She'll skate this out. Senior defenseman. Shot hits traffic in front. Jaguars not sure who's on the ice now. Belmont tracking back for it. Charlotte will pick up. Her clearing attempt intercepted by Minneapolis. Picked up by Melnichuk now. She'll come out with a little bit of speed. Gets it for Elmquist. 2-on-1. Got Melnichuk in front. Shot. Wrist shot by Elmquist. Caught and held by the Minneapolis goalie. Looked like she wasn't exactly sure where that was. But yeah, I think we're still kind of dealing with some sticky ice, but good rush there by Melnichuk and Elmquist. Get a face-off in the right wing circle here. Minneapolis making some changes. Shots now 22-16 for Jefferson. Minneapolis controlling the face-off. They'll skate it out. Spencer and Flanders on D for Jefferson. Poke check there by Emily. Work it out to the point. Got a Herman sliding on the ice again. Didn't see what happened there. Try to get it up to her now on that right wing side, but taken away by Minneapolis. Right to the front of the net. Carried in all alone. Sprawling Golden makes the save. Jaguars losing containment on the back end here. Again, Herman throws that one onto the bench, but wow, how did that player get so alone in front, Jason?
It's scary to see that. Just giving them that much alone time when we have all our players in the zone defending. We're gonna lose goals that way.
Got a face off at center ice. Kylie Jones win it back for Emily over to Flanders. Flanders indirect, but that misses and it'll go for icing.
We really got to regroup, kind of spread out a little bit more on the ice and make those connections.
Definitely showing the effects of missing Kalina Walsh in this game. Wish her a quick recovery to whatever ailment she has. Now, steal by Avery, caps her. She gets it ahead. Avery in alone. Allegra trailing, caps her shot. Saved by the goalie. Kuhn picks up. Jaguars still pressuring here. Kuhn on her backhand. Wheeling to the left wing circle. Kuhn will pull up. Puck sticks again. I want to use a 4-letter word. Spencer shot. Picked up. Minneapolis down. Flanders tracking back. Moves around her. Shoots and scores. Minneapolis with the 3-1 lead. Off another rush.
Yep. I know where Kurt's going with this one. It all started with sticky ice, wet ice. Kind of changed that whole dynamic.
Both teams are playing under the same conditions, and we had a chance to get back on it, but that Minneapolis player made a goal scorer's move, went back to her forehand around her D, and put it top shelf over Golden and giving them the 3-1 lead.
Yep.
Second rush goal that group has scored against Jefferson.
Penalty.
Penalty, who's
I
going?
didn't see you.
Got Minneapolis going to the bench.
For hooking.
This feels like
For a 3-day tournament.
Yeah, that's an annual holiday tournament the Jaguars participate in. Let's business to conclude here, though. Jaguars on the power play, trailing by 2. Got to get a little closer here. Starting this with the second power play unit. Minneapolis clears at the length of the ice. Flanders will go back for it. Jaguars will try to break out here. Flanders up for Knutson. Knutson through the middle. Pass just ahead of Abelin, but it'll go low. Belmont loses it and held in nicely there by the glove of Flanders. She backhands it for Belmont up to the point here. Flanders over to Knutson. Knutson back to Flanders. Flanders, good pass for Oslin. Oslin, her shot took a little bit longer to get away than she was hoping for, and by that time it was blocked, but a good seam pass there by Vea to our goal scorer, Oslin. Knutson holds it in at the point. D to D for Flanders. As we go under a minute in this power play, Flanders' shot hits traffic, and that'll be cleared all the way down by Minneapolis. Jaguars calling for the forwards to change. Some of them don't want to, but finally we get them. Same D pairs out there off the Knutson stick, and in the neutral zone now. Minneapolis will send that back into our D zone. Taken away right around the D. Shot just wide. Puck will ring out. Penalty almost over. Carried out by Avery Kapsner. Jaguars finally get the first power play unit on right to the front of the net. Best scoring chance of the power play there was Avery Kapsner taking it all the way in. Kara Krenz now centering pass right for Kapsner. Picked up out to the point. Melnichuk shot just wide. This last 15 seconds, 3 or 4 scoring chances for Jefferson. Kuhn looked like she almost broke her stick on that one-timer. Full strength by Minneapolis, and that should be an icing, but just not enough scoring chances on that power play. Still down by 2, Jay. You feel like we can get back in this, but got to start soon.
Yeah, some say, a 2-goal lead is kind of the scariest thing to have in hockey.
I've heard that on JV broadcast, I think it was. More than once.
Right.
Let's see if we can put some teeth in that statement.
Yeah.
Alex Kapsner with the shot wide. Cleared out to the point by Minneapolis. Held in there by Krenz. She gets it to Belmont. Belmont backhands it. Looking for Oslin or Abelin in the slot, but carried out by Minneapolis. They'll throw it deep. Back on it is Alex. She'll go behind her net. Oh, nice little pass up through the middle. Love seeing those centering passes to the center. Abelin will carry into the zone. Abelin to the middle for Oslin. Shot deflected behind the net. Abelin chips it over for Oslin. Minneapolis in the corner there. Two-girl battle there, I guess I'll call it. Centering pass out in front. Abelin up to Krenz at the point. Krenz with some time and space finds Oslin right to the slot. Oh, Oslin tried to backhand it, looking for her partner. Minneapolis will carry out 1-on-2. Try to chip it around Krenz. Krenz does just enough to prevent that rush. Puck behind the net, picked up by Belmont. Belmont out to the neutral zone there. Minneapolis at the red line. They'll send it in. Abelin intercepts. She'll throw it in and go for a change, but doesn't get deep. Alex Kapsner, hard body contact there, but incidental. Carried in by Jones. Oh, she had Kuhn breaking, but pass was just in front of her. Out to Spencer at the left point, over to Alex. Alex passes on the stick of the Minneapolis player, though, and able to be cleared and sent deep. Not going to go far enough for icing, though. Back on into Spencer. Spencer, work it over for her D partner, Alex. Alex eventually up to Jones by way of Kuhn. Kuhn will backhand it deep. Under 10 minutes to go here. Jaguars still trailing by 2. Got the early first goal of the game, but man, the last 2.5 periods. There's a centering pass from Spencer right on the stick of Kapsner. Directed just wide. Flanders can't hold that in at the point, and Jaguars will have to regroup. Flanders will spin around, try to carry in. Gets it back to Jones on the drop pass. Jones, though, kicked in by Spencer. Jones battling in the near corner there with the Minneapolis player, but they control. They'll try to work it up the other side. Spencer and Herman collectively hold it in. Elmquist throws a shot on goal, handled easily by the Minneapolis goalie, and Minneapolis will skate this out. That's a pass that's going to go too far. We'll get icing on Minneapolis, but just 9 minutes to go here, Jason, and Minneapolis still with that 2-goal lead.
Yeah, they're holding a comfortable lead now, I would say. We've had a couple opportunities with the penalty plays, and we do have a lot of time left, though. 9 minutes, we can make something happen. We've certainly scored 2 goals in less than a minute before this season.
Abelin, face-off win for Osland, but she works it to the middle, tries to get a shot, but has her shot stick check. Belmont backhand for Abelin. Abelin taken down, but no call this time. Jaguars have, I feel like, had probably more power play chances than Minneapolis, but Minneapolis has made more productive work of theirs. Krenz try to chip it for Belmont. Right to the front, shot! Oh, Minneapolis goalie making an adventure of that one. Thrown in by Knutson, out to Belmont, back to Knutson. Knutson, cross-ice pass, looking for Osland, sent just wide. Good look there by Olivia, back to her at the point again. Front of the net, shot, oh! Open net, Osland shot it high and wide, and Minneapolis clears it down. Well, that was the scoring chance we were looking for, Jason. A couple of them, in fact.
Yeah, that cycled twice from Knutson to Osland, and
puck luck not on our side that time.
Yep.
A lot to shoot for there. Certainly more than she had on the one she connected on in the first period, but just shot it a little high and wide.
Yep.
Jaguars win this faceoff.
All right, everyone's down on the ice.
Got some jousting going on there in the faceoff circle. Collision behind the net. Now Minneapolis will try to work that out. They're able to. Krenz will track back on it now under heavy forecheck pressure. Kara, escape move in the corner. Oh, picked off by Minneapolis now. They come in. Kicked out by Golden. Puck will go behind our net. Krenz will go back on it. Krenz works it up for Kuhn. Kuhn for Jones. Jones through the neutral zone. 3-on-3. Has it poked off her stick at the blue line. Directed in by Allegra. Picked up by Avery. Avery out to twin sister Alex at the point. Over to Flanders. Flanders' shot hits the ankle of the Minneapolis player. They throw it all the way down on net. Golden will stop that and push it up for Flanders. Flanders with a little bit of room. Skates it out. Got to move that puck. Carry it into the zone. Loses it. Minneapolis will pick it up and kicked in by Alex, but that puck comes out to neutral. Melnichuk back on it. Chips it out. Yeah, that's offside on Minneapolis at the line. .6:49 to go here. Third period. Minneapolis maintaining that 3-1 lead that they've had since about halfway through the second.
Yep. Clock's winding down for us.
Time becoming the enemy of the Jaguars here. Austin will skate it ahead. Loses it. Jaguars are offside as Spencer drives it in. They'll have to tag up. Minneapolis with a lot of room. Oh, turned it over though, right in the slot. Austin winds up. Rebound there. Abelin digging at it, but the goalie able to cover it. Goalie not happy with Kira Abelin and the stick work there. Abelin might be going to the penalty box. I saw the ref pointing. Let's see. Maybe not.
Maybe it's a verbal warning.
Okay.
Clean it up a little bit.
I thought the puck was loose, so, you know, you say, especially down 3-1, you play the whistle, ask for forgiveness later. Jaguars win that faceoff. Spencer, shot. Goalie late to react, but makes the save. Cleared out to Knutson at the near point. Indirect for Kuhn. Kuhn goes down. She's in a battle on the boards there. Chipped out by the Minneapolis. They come ahead. Jones back on D. Puck thrown towards Golden. Golden covers, and we'll get a face-off. Jaguars leading in shots, 28-21, but Minneapolis leading on the scoreboard. 6:05 to go here. Third period. Face-off win, Flanders has it. Flanders carries it into the corner against 2 Minneapolis skaters. Now tied up. Jones comes away with it. She'll go behind the net. Pass for Avery, intercepted by Minneapolis, and will be skated ahead by Alex into the neutral zone, but Minneapolis throws it back in. Flanders will try to skate it, but loses it. Minneapolis throw it deep. Golden will direct that to the corner. We're on an NHL rink, so we've got the trapezoids behind the goal. Don't usually see those on high school rinks, but Minneapolis now in the trapezoid. Carried right out in front, off the goalpost, puck is loose, and Minneapolis scores. Again, coverage out in front, allowed to walk right to the front of the net.
Yep.
Get a shot on goal in 2 seconds to lapse. Puck just laying there. Finally, they batted in. It's been a recurring theme tonight, unfortunately.
Yeah, Chloe clearly lost track of that puck. It was sitting right off the tip of her skate, and she didn't see it, but Minneapolis picked up on it.
Four to one. The task just got much tougher, Jason. It feels like it's going to take a near miracle now to come back from this.
Yeah, but they're still hustling out there, and we can do some damage yet.
Minneapolis will clear it in. Picked up by Krenz. Cross-ice pass on the tape of Oslin. Oslin tries to carry it in, but pushes it too far, and Minneapolis picks it up. They'll clear it around. Held in at the left point by Knutson. Behind the net. Belmont battling there with the Minneapolis player. Belmont drives her into the boards and will take a penalty. Yeah. Offensive zone penalty. .439 to go here, and the Jaguars will be shorthanded with Belmont in the box for 2 minutes.
Yeah. We got to watch that Minneapolis 3, the left wing, and 14, the center there. That's their scoring pair there.
Get a penalty kill unit of Jones, Knutson, and the 2 Kapsner sisters. Minneapolis, far elbow. They'll go low. Cycling right out in front. Low shot. Kicked by Golden on the stick of Jones. She's got room to skate it. Chips it ahead. Almost had a break there. Knutson picks up the change, and she'll throw it deep. 4 minutes, 10 seconds to go here. Minneapolis still on a power play for 1:33. Belmont in the box for a roughing penalty. Carried in by Minneapolis. They'll go low. Behind the net. Out to the point. Right wing circle. Back to the point. Minneapolis playing catch now to this side. Out to the left point. They're content to cycle time off the puck. Now right into a shooting spot. Double post. Rims out. Minneapolis still with it. Shoot again. Golden the save. Knutson has it. She'll send it around. We got an injured Minneapolis player in front. I didn't see what. Did you see what happened, Jay?
I don't know if she caught the puck or I didn't see any contact back there.
She's in a bit of discomfort. She's taking her glove off. The
ref certainly didn't call any penalty on us.
Number 17 for Minneapolis. She's up on her knee. She's. I wonder if she got hit like in the chin or the neck or something by either a stick or the puck, because I saw her going to her neck or chin area with her bare hand.
Mm-hmm. Trainer's out there with her now, checking her out.
She's up on her skates. Gets a nice round of applause from the fans from both teams. 3:30 to go here. She's going to be all right. Taking skating slowly to the bench, I guess we'll call it. And 51 seconds on the penalty kill for Jaguars will change their penalty killers. We'll get Abelin and Kuhn up front, Krenz and Flanders on the back end. Minneapolis off the draw. Good job, good work there by Allegra. Allegra will skate it ahead. Got to press here, got to look for the goal. Allegra barreling in hard, but Minneapolis gets there first. Good forecheck by Allegra. 34 seconds to go in this power play. Krenz also forechecking hard from the back end. In a puck battle along the boards here. Jaguars got to pull out the stops, got to get one before you can get two. Flanders throws it into the zone. Minneapolis will regroup. Behind the net is Abelin. Just 14 seconds to go here in the power play. It's a Minneapolis power play, not a Jefferson power play. They skated ahead. Krenz intercepts that pass. Tries to get it to Kuhn, but taken by Minneapolis. Shot coming in. Golden into her glove. Ramps up a little bit into her chest, but she catches and holds. And Minneapolis full strength. Belmont out of the box. It's 2:36 to go. We got to get 3 goals. That's a high mountain to climb.
Yeah.
.25 shots on the night for Minneapolis now. Jones wins that faceoff to an empty corner. Nobody goes to get it. Minneapolis chips it behind. Spencer back there. Picked up by Kylie. Kylie will skate ahead. Indirect for Avery. Avery down the right side. Tried to get it over to Melnichuk. Got Melnichuk playing on this line instead of Belmont now. Alex Kapser battling it, but Minneapolis clears it out. Spencer in the neutral zone will throw it low. Under 2 minutes to go here. Jaguars. Golden to the bench, down by 3. Extra skater on for Jefferson. Abelin to the middle. Abelin hooked down, and Jaguars will go to another power play here, which will end up being a 6-on-4 skater advantage with the goalie pulled. Nice work of manufacturing a power play there by Kira Abelin, Jason.
Yep, that was a good draw, and 6-on-4 for the remainder of the game. Similar to how the JV game ended today.
Melnichuk, Oslin, Abelin, Kuhn, Knutson, Flanders. Knutson, shot towards the middle, hits a skate and go to the corner. Out to the point, Flanders, left point, over for Melnichuk. Melnichuk to the middle, tipped out in front, shot and a goal! Jefferson makes that power play count, a power play goal. It's 4-2. Allegra
taking credit for that one. That looks like it. Yep.
Allegra, I think from Melnichuk and maybe from Flanders as well.
Yep.
Well, 1:23 to go here, down just 2. Jaguars are not sending Golden back out, even for this center ice draw. But they do have 6 skaters on. Kuhn taking the face off. She'll win and carry in. Kuhn drops for Melnichuk. Melnichuk trying to get it to Kuhn, but Minneapolis will skate out an empty net. On the other end, Flanders gets a stick on it. He'll take it to the corner. Sent around by Knutson, that is. Out comes Abelin. Possible 2-on-1 with Oslin. Oh, just over her stick. She was on her backhand. Out to Flanders at the point. Oslin in the corner. Melnichuk out to Knutson at the left point. Over to Melnichuk. Melnichuk to space on this side. Oslin held in there by Flanders. Oslin shot. Up and that was tipped by a high stick of Minneapolis. It goes in. A goal. The Jaguars have pulled to within 1. It's 4-3 with 34 seconds to go. Wow. Abelin going through the line first. I thought that was tipped by a Minneapolis high stick. What did you see, Jay?
It was coming for the high, tipped the high stick, but was it off of Oslin or?
Well, it doesn't. If Minneapolis plays it with the high stick, it's still a good goal. It's nothing to worry about there. But wow, Jaguars. 34 seconds to go here.
They can score in a minute.
Another penalty coming on Minneapolis. Let him touch it. Let him touch it.
I think they heard you, Kurt.
Minneapolis going to the box. Wow, I bet we'll get a timeout here. We've got a chance, as unbelievable as it may seem, to tie this up. Down just one.
Here comes our timeout you were talking about.
2 goals with the goalie pulled. I don't know if I've ever seen that, certainly from a Bloomington team, Jay.
Right. Close that gap quick. And we got 27 seconds left in the regulation play. I'd say with the way they're moving us along here, there will not be an optional overtime.
Well, I don't think it's optional at the varsity level. It's optional at the JV level, but we got Abelin from Oslin and Flanders on that goal for Jefferson. The tripping penalty on the Minneapolis skater. So we'll see if this group can tally a third time here. Wouldn't that be something if we could tie this up?
Absolutely. Yeah, I think they're got a good game plan going there.
Little Empire Strikes Back music playing over the PA system. That might just be a good omen here.
Yep. Flanders and Knutson on defense.
Face-off win by Jones to the middle. Shot coming in by Flanders. It's kicked to the corner. 20 seconds to go here. Held in at the point. But Minneapolis gets it out. Jaguars got to regroup. Oh, Minneapolis will send it the length of the ice, and that's going to do it. Back on it is Flanders, but the Jaguars are going to run out of time here. As Minneapolis holds on for the 4-3 victory here in St. Paul. Well, valiant comeback in the final 2 minutes, I guess, or 2.5 minutes.
Yeah, fueled by a couple penalties and 6-on-4 and a 5-on-4.
Just get shots to the net, and they were tipped in front, and they went in. But Jaguars will drop to 4-9 now on the season. Drop to 2-3 in the conference. Minneapolis. They just burned us on their power play chances and with uncovered players right in the slot.
Yeah. A couple things coming up here. As I mentioned, we're not back for games until the 26th when we start a tournament in New Hope. But if you're looking for groceries on Sunday, you can find our girls bagging groceries at the Cub Foods on Lindale all day long, getting ready for Christmas. And then Monday we have Skate with the Jags, opportunity for the youth to come skate with the varsity players. So a couple events before Christmas. As you mentioned at the beginning of the broadcast, we have the Mike Ryan dedication on January 2nd at the beginning of the game, as well as Alumni Appreciation Night. And then January 3rd, we'll be going live on cable again. BEC TV will be broadcasting for us.
Yeah, good notes there, Jason. This Cub Food bagging event is something that John Rash organizes each year. Jaguars will be bagging groceries at Cub as a fundraiser, looking for donations to the program. That's the Cub on Lindale, not the Cub on France and Old Shakopee, but the Cub on Lindale on the east side. So from about 10 a.m. to 4 p.m. maybe, something in that range. So if you need holiday groceries, encourage you to visit Cub on Lindale between 10 and 4 this coming Sunday. Say hi to some Jaguar players and help us out. Final thoughts here from St. Paul, Jason.
Started off strong, nice little comeback there in the third period. just couldn't quite even the score out. But good game heading into the weekend.
All right, well, Jaguars finished up school today, so they're off for the holiday break. We will see you again on this coming Thursday at, I don't know, I forget if it's 5 o'clock or 5:15, but right around there for the first game of the holiday tournament.
Yeah, 5:30. 5:30 New Hope against Bemidji.
5:30, okay. For cameraman Johnny Rash, broadcast partner Jason Knudsen, Kurt Krenz signing off. Your final score tonight, Minneapolis 4, Jefferson 3. We will see you. Happy holidays, everyone. Merry Christmas, and we will see you on Thursday. You're listening to Jaguars Hockey.